Hey, my name's Dom. I live in this van full time. I built it out myself over the last 2 years. And if you've been following me on Instagram, you will know that I have yet to do a van tour of this build. So this is the first place and you are the first to see the full van tour and all the details. If you have more questions beyond what I'm talking about in this video, put them in the comments and I will be sure to answer them in the next video.
Do you remember when we climbed a mountain for the sunset? Then we just stood there and watched it.
First thing I want to point out, it is about 5 degrees Celsius outside and I'm wearing a t-shirt inside my van, and that is because my van is heated. A lot of people think that I live in this van in the winter completely freezing my buns off outside, but that is not true. I have a gas heater that is plumbed into my fuel tank, so I stay warm, and I have a thermostat back here that I'll show you, so I can keep the van at 20 degrees, 22 degrees, or warmer if I want to, so you don't have to worry. I am warm all winter long. If you watched my video that I posted last week, you would have seen that this is where I was sitting. So this is that bench seat. This is the driver's seat here. This is also hat storage. And this is a dimmable light, reading light here. So just turns on and off. It runs on 12-volt battery, and there's also a USB plug underneath, so I can charge electronics just through the 12-volt there. This little cubby I built just for fun. It still needs a bit of finishing up, but essentially it's just a small cubby to kind of kill some of that dead space in the Ford Transit model. There's quite a bit of room kind of within where the furring strips are to make the wall straight, so there was enough room that I thought this was kind of cute. And I've just finished it with cork there. Yeah. So after living on the road for 6 years, there's a few things in this van that I just didn't want to compromise on. A fridge and a freezer, a shower, an oven, and a cooktop. All of those things are incorporated in this van, and here is my fridge. So this is a bench seat here in the front of the van where I typically work from, and then underneath this, this is just solid, but this is actually the fridge that pulls out. So it pulls out from this side here. I have 2 latches, and these are honestly awesome. They're baby latches, and if you're looking for something to use to hold a drawer in your van, I have found these things to be 10 out of 10. The only thing I would say is that they're 3M sticky patches on the back. So I actually used 5-minute epoxy to make sure that that stayed adhered. So this just slides out like so. And on this side I have my fridge, and on this side I have my freezer. Next up, I want to show you the oven and these drawers here. So we have our top 2 drawers housing cutlery, knives, plates, bowls, Tupperware, oven mitts, cheese grater, etc. On this side, we have a very adorable little spice rack that was made for me, which I'm very grateful for. Need to add a few more spices into there. And then I have my Rebel oven, which is seriously a game changer. It is so handy. You have 2 racks. You can take a rack out if you want to do a chicken. It has air fry, dehydrate, bake, toast, convection. It's got everything, and it's so amazing to have an oven in the van. It runs on AC power though, 120 volt. Sora is so relaxed right now. And then this is the bottom drawer, which has my bowls. It has my pots and pans, my cutting boards, and a little loaf pan. Back here, I will show you as well. This is where I keep all my cleaning supplies. This bottom part here is where my water tank kind of ends. The water tank is 35 gallons. It goes all the way to the back. Sink, plumbing, everything's here. Again, paper towels, toilet paper, and this is also where I keep my first aid kit. Okay, let's move up. First, we have the upper cabinets. This cabinet here houses my coffee grinder, AeroPress, water bottles, coffee mugs, smoothie cups, etc. And this side houses a lot of my pantry items that aren't on the overhead storage. I'll show you that. But it has like my, the bigger things, oils, coffee teas, and granola, etc. Next up is the Induction cooktop. I keep a dish drying towel over top of this because it is glass, and in the event anything fell on it while I was driving or otherwise, I just absolutely do not want this to break. And this is a tip provided to me by another van lifer. This is a Furion 2-burner induction cooktop, and it was provided by Lippert, and it is such a game changer in the van. It boils water so fast, and yes, it is electric, so it runs on AC power, but the burners cool down almost instantaneously, which is a huge win for traveling in a van. You want to do something quickly, cook it, hit the road, you can do that safely. Moving on to the sink. I have a big sink and I love having a big sink. Why? Because imagine seriously doing dishes on like one of those tiny van life sinks. Like I know a lot of us van lifers have had that. I have had that in the past, but I wanted a deep sink where I could put my dishes and not have to worry about them while I'm driving, falling out. If I didn't want to do them right away or something's cooling down. The really nice thing about this is this is also by Lippert. This has some raised edges, so I can actually put a pan across here as well while it's cooling. Say I'm cooking chicken or something in the oven, tofu, anything. I can put it on here to allow it to cool. I also have this little dish drying rack, which is also really nice to be able to put dishes on or a hot pan out of the oven. And then this is by Lippert and Lippert as well. So this is my main water here, running water. We have cold and hot water, and this is a filtered water. It has a sediment filtration system and then a UV filtration system by Acuva. In behind we have my Furion little boom box that I like to call it, and this is so nice for just listening to music whenever you're in the van. This is my Induction kettle here, my Ninja smoothie blender. These things all just stay on the counter. I'm a very slow driver, so nothing really falls off. This is a little adorable flower vase that was made by my friend Travis, and it is on here with a little sticky thing. That's why it's a little loose. This is also on with a sticky thing, and the candle I just got, and the gourd. As for what you see at the back, this is a stick-on backsplash, which I ended up actually filling with silicone, which probably wasn't the best move, but just due to the movement in the van, I wanted all of these little grooves to be filled in with white. So that is what I did. We'll see how that holds up over time. I have an AC outlet here that is also USB compatible. Back here you'll see my Renogy inverter on and off switch. I like having this right here. A lot of people like to tuck it underneath, but I love having it easily accessible. I can see if it's on, if I need to turn it off, etc. Here's my S-Bar thermostat, and yeah, you can see this whole area is like a little bit under construction. It's not finished yet, but it's working. This is my Renogy display, and this is where I have a hot water on and off switch. Currently, this middle one is a spare. It's not wired to anything at this time. And then I have my water pump. Right here we have our two dimming lights. We've got one for the overhead main strip of lights here, and then under cabinet. So we've got some mood lighting. Let's talk about the shower. So the shower is a controversial opinion, but it was an absolute must for me because I spend a lot of my time outside trail running, skiing, mountain biking, hiking with Sora. And to me, one of the most stressful things about van life is having to find a shower at the end of the day, especially if you're outside and parking on BLM land or public land and you're not a city van lifer. It can be a lot more challenging to find a shower, and I am just not one for going to bed sweaty. That is just not my thing, and I wanted a shower in my van. So what I have done here is I have built a custom epoxy shower. This took a lot of research. I wanted to do a bunch of different things, but I'll give you a really quick rundown of what this is. This whole van, by the way, is built out with 80/20 framing, which is aluminum extrusions, and that is what this shower is framed with. And on either side of the 80/20 is plywood. So we have 1/2-inch plywood on the front here, and we have actually I think it's 1/8 inch. I don't know if it's 1/8 or 1/4. I'll have to go back and check my videos. And that's what's on the inside. And essentially I did as thin as I could on the inside to maximize space on the inside. And then on top of that, I put a waterproof sealant on it. And then I put Curdy membrane on top and seal that in. So that's like 2 layers of sealant. After the Curdy membrane, that was when I added 1/2-inch foam board, and I used a method through Stone Coat countertops. If you're curious on doing an epoxy shower in your house or in your van, I highly recommend go check out Stone Coat countertops. They have quite a few YouTube videos on how to do this, and I just watched their YouTube videos and made a few attempts. So it's 1/2-inch foam board with a fiberglass mesh on top, clear coat of epoxy, and that creates a very rock hard, which I don't know if you can, you can see it here, but it's a rock hard. Sora thinks that someone is at the van. Come here. Sorry, that was me. Want to say hi? She would like to say quick hello. Wouldn't you? Yeah. Hi, baby. Sorry about that. You woke up from your little nap. I'm not going to go into full detail of how I did the shower because I am going to post another video that shows you how I did this. but I created a marbled effect for this shower, which I absolutely love. I think it turned out so good. And then of course my shower head. This is a temporary shower curtain. This one is just one of those rods that tightens, and a shower curtain. I'd like to get one that maybe goes out a bit so there's a bit more space in here. It is actually quite spacious. I have my composting toilet here, which I take out when I shower. The composting toilet is Nature's Head. All the water system is Delta. Oh, I did want to point out, I did a tile floor as well that I also sealed with epoxy. And the drain just goes out there to the bottom. Okay, you know what this means? We have one room left. The bedroom. This is my favorite room in the house, of course. It is huge. Okay, there's also the garage, so that would be like the last thing that I show you. But this is a queen bed. I have flares by flare space on either side. Lots of pillows. There's a window back here on the side as well by Arctic Tern that is in the flare. And then clothes. Lots of clothes. Those are my clothes. I also keep my Starlink on the bed. I do have a mount for it on the roof, but I just don't trust it when I'm driving and just in general. So it generally just lives here. If you have any ideas of where to put my Starlink permanently, that would be amazing. Right down here, I will show you, is like my book storage, bathroom storage, and my laundry hamper. I also have another AC outlet back here, and another one of those really adorable light dimmers back here, bedroom reading lights. Oh, my Starlink router is back here too. Again, like, don't judge me. The van is not perfect. I mean, okay, it's perfect for me. It's perfect to me, but it's still a work in progress. Like, there's lots to be done. Okay, last room to check out is the garage. It is pouring rain outside today and windy. It was supposed to be sunny, but I'm gonna show you the outside of the van anyways. Okay, my puffy is on. That means we are ready to go outside, and I'm gonna show you the outside of the van. But first, I just wanna show you the entryway really quick. So all of my window covers are actually all made by Van Essential. They're magnetic, and they have been incredible. Like, absolutely incredible for the whole build. They keep everything blackout. They're so easy to pull down, pull back up, allow light in, or make yourself blackout for nighttime. And then I just, this, okay, it's DIY, guys, don't judge me. But this is that plastic piece that's on the Ford Transits here. I actually just cut it out with 1/4-inch plywood, and I used fabric and 3M 90 glue to make that much more beautiful. Last thing I want to point out before we go outside is that this is my Lagoon table mount, and this seat swivels around, and this is the second place that I work from. My fruit basket as well. Look at this weather today. Oh, it's so windy. Okay, it is almost winter here in Alberta. We're gonna do this super quick. So my tires, I always use General Tire. They are the best. I love General Tire. That's what these are. I've never gotten stuck. I've never had a flat tire. Always using General Tire. These are mud and snow with the snowflakes, so we are good to go for winter. I'm actually having them rotated tomorrow at Ford just to make sure that we're good to go and that the tread is wearing evenly. And my suspension is upgraded with the Van Compass 2.0 package. I believe it's a 2.0. So I have the upgraded suspension in the front as well as the leaf springs in the back, which gives me an overall 2-inch lift, which is necessary for a van of this weight. Coming to the back here, we have the flares by Flare Space. These are also a game changer. Yeah, they're the best. It gives me room to sleep this way comfortably. I can stretch out. I'm only 5'9", but if you have visitors that are taller, then it makes it easier. Here we have our Backwoods Adventure Mods bumper. Backwoods is absolutely amazing. They create the top of the line exterior modifications for your van, truck, etc. Go check them out. Another thing I want to point out is my shore power. I have shore power, and this is definitely essential when you're running an all-electric van inside. There's another view of the flares. They look gorgeous. If you're looking at all those smears, you can talk to Sora about that. That's from her nose. This is my water inlet, and I have made it so that it has a key on it, and that is so that if I'm in places where I don't want people accessing my water, that is for safety. Backwoods Adventure Mods ladder. If you were following me on Instagram last year, you would have noticed, or you would have seen, that I actually got hit. Someone smashed into the side of my van. They first hit my tire, but then they ended up hitting my ladder. And it was thanks to this ladder that seriously saved my van. This is a drifter setup, and it is so awesome. And here is the roof. So this is my roof deck. We have 400 watts of solar up here, a max air fan, and the roof deck that is on top of the Drifter Backwoods Adventure Mods rack. Coming into the garage, you will notice I've been living in this van, okay? It is not picture perfect for us. Please don't judge me. It's very windy right now. Okay, Starlink cable. Don't look at it. Just close your eyes if you are OCD about how you keep your cables, okay? Really quick overview, we have the AC breaker panel here with everything that we need. Shore power breaker here. Climbing gear is in this bag, running gear, mountain bike, extra solar panel, table by Lippert, outdoor mat by Lippert. My Rux bags are back there as well. I also have my leveling blocks, my mountaineering boots, and my paddleboard here. These are my tools. Again, if you're, a little more organized, maybe just avert your eyes. And then of course my hose for filling up my water, and I've got my axe back there too. All right, well that was mildly chaotic. I did try to bring you to one of the most beautiful places that I know in Canmore, but the weather today decided not to cooperate. So I hope you could hear me well through the rain, the wind, and the traffic. And I would just like to say thank you so much for watching my van tour. If you have any questions at all, or any comments, suggestions, opinions, let me know in the comments. I will answer every question in the next video. Also, Sora and I would like to say please subscribe to our channel, like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Hit subscribe.